Yes, indeed. It's episode 430 of the Daily Mother Swole. Welcome, everyone, to episode 430 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular podcast, broadcast, livecast, swolecast, brocast, beardcast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Gun show for real.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
For episode 430, thank you so much for joining me live on Facebook every day at 12 noon Eastern Time. Remember, you can catch every episode on YouTube, and also bang your ear holes with knowledge nukes, but make sure to wear your raincoats because it's raining gains in your ear holes on SoundCloud and iTunes. Everyone, you could also catch me on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram at Swolenormous, follow me through the day on Instagram stories and see some cool pictures of me flexing my gains and dropping some nukes on my feed. So check me out, Instagram at Swolenormous. What up, Ramon? What up, Alan? Everyone, to 430. It is a fantastic Monday, and those of you that are in my premium accountability group, the premium group, but the accountability meeting is today at 1 p.m. So I'll see everyone in premium at 1 p.m. after the Swole. What up, fam? What's going up, Sean? Sarah, Jorge, ¿qué pasa, man? ¿Qué pasa? Yule, what up? What up, dogs? This is a great episode to share, so like and share the broadcast, and let's get underway. Today's episode is a Monday inspirator. Inspirator? What the fuck am I talking about? It's Monday inspiration. It's a Monday fun day. It's the start to the week. It's always a big day to start the week. It's always a big day because you make it a big day. The United States, society makes it a big day because it's different than the previous two. Yesterday was Sunday fun day, but no one really calls it a Monday fun day, right? Nobody really calls it a Monday fun day. Nobody really treats Monday with any respect. Today is a great day to treat Monday with respect. Let's talk about actions over goals. Let's talk about actions over goals. This is a strategy, and I just blasted this on Snap and Instagram stories. This is a strategy episode. This week is still based on program design. The workshop this Thursday, not the premium workshop, won't be on Wednesday this week because I'm traveling, but Thursday, we will be going hot on the workshop for some more program design, but details, literal examples of programs for beginners and for intermediate. I'm gonna break down programming and splits and stuff, and it's gonna be awesome. So that premium workshop's gonna be fucking hot, so if you're not a member of premium, look into that. But for everyone else, right here, right now, which is what's most important, is setting up your week for success. Now, a lot of you on the West Coast or in other time zones, you might be just waking up. It could be 8, 9 o'clock. Right now on the East Coast, of course, it's 12 noon Eastern time, making gains like it ain't no joke. But if you are on, an 11, 10, 9, you're still in the morning hours and you're still getting your week started. You're still getting your day started. You might be just getting to work right now. This week, I want you to shift your focus. Just like I always say, motivation is bullshit. I know I use the word motivation because it means emotion, it means excitement, but we've beaten to the ground, and we'll still come back to it. We'll still come back to that concept of motivation being an emotional surface thing that comes and goes. You need to find the purpose, you need to focus on the discipline, focus on the things that are important on a baseline so you can be consistent by executing. Now, let's discuss this in terms of fitness. Let's discuss this in terms of a Monday. Let's discuss this in terms of how we can actually do that because it makes sense. I know a lot of you like that video, the motivation is bullshit. And a lot of you message me saying, I always knew that something was missing. I was looking for motivation, and motivation is bullshit. Like, it does come and go. It doesn't keep me consistent because I've always looked for motivation before Papa Swolio and I haven't gotten results. So obviously it doesn't work. Doesn't mean you can't define it in fucking Wikipedia. It just means that it doesn't work. It's bullshit in the sense that you can't focus on that as being the catalyst for you getting change. So make sure you float some hearts. If you're not dead, if you have a heartbeat, float some fucking hearts, hit the share button, let other people know that you're making gains on a Monday. Don't be lazy, Be proactive part of this community. Wake up, float some freaking thumbs, float some hearts, tap that shit up. Yeah, and spread the fucking word of gains. The word of gains. The book of Papa Swole. So this episode, when it comes to goals, let's treat goals like motivation. Why do you think, or what's an option? What's a reason why maybe you haven't gotten your goals? Why could goals be bullshit? Well, obviously goals aren't bullshit. You can have a goal, you can have a target. Obviously, people achieve their goals. But what makes goals dangerous? What makes goals something that maybe you shouldn't be focusing on 110%? What makes goal setting ineffective? Because chances are you have a goal, or you've had a goal before. Chances are you have a goal, or you've had a goal before, and you haven't gotten it. So bottom line, changes have to be made. Bottom line, changes have to be made. It's obvious, because if you haven't gotten what you wanted already, something you're doing is wrong. Doug Davenport, setting them too high. Absolutely. There are some strategies to making proper goals, to setting goals properly. You've heard of the system. I've done episodes on that, the SMART goal system. Setting specific goals, measurable goals, attainable, blah, blah, blah. There are certain ways to set goals more efficiently that can, you make them something tangible, you make them something that you can actually quantify, rather than saying, I want to feel better, I want to look good, I want to feel good. You can't measure that, so it's not a good goal. Lack of accountability is another reason. Yes, that's why the premium group is so effective, because you have people to answer to. You have responsibility to get results. Yes, absolutely. There's also more than that. Being unrealistic, absolutely. Realistic goals are super important. That's the R in the SMART goal setting system. Little steps, yes, short-term goals, long-term goals. Let's talk about those little steps that Lauren just mentioned. But let's talk about them not in terms of little steps and little goals. Let's talk about systems. Let's talk about action. Let's talk about execution. Let's talk about doing. One of the reasons why goals aren't effective is because of the failure associated with goals. You have a target and you'll fail from that target. You want to lose 5 pounds, you might lose 4 pounds. You want to gain 3 pounds, you might gain 2 pounds. You want to do something measurable within a measurable amount of time, and that doesn't always happen. Doesn't mean you're not making progress, but is that the best thing to focus on? Because if you have a goal, really when you set a time frame, that's really very arbitrary, right? I want to lose 10 pounds in 6 months. Well, does it really matter if you lose it in 4, if you lose it in 8? Like, does it really matter? If you're doing a fitness competition at a higher level, you're on a whole nother sphere. This is not necessarily for you if you're doing a fitness competition, because you're already at a very advanced level of training, advanced level of expertise, advanced level of dieting. You're doing it for a specific purpose, not just, you're doing it to win something. But when you're talking about systems, actions, those things you can achieve. You can achieve going to the gym 5 times this week. Like, what can you achieve today? What are the small systems? Going to the gym 3 times before Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Doing your yoga 3 times this week. You don't have to set a goal for being able to touch your toes by the end of the week. You don't have to set a goal by losing 2 pounds by the end of the week. But you can imagine if you were setting your goal for eating your 5 meals today. Let's say you're doing 5 meals. I'm just arbitrary. I won't have to get into the discussion of which is the best way to do it, because there is no best way. But if you're doing 5 meals a day, let's say that's your goal, small meals, 5 meals, and you're doing, let's say, 1,800 calories, whatever. Your goal is to complete that by Wednesday. That's a checkpoint. Like, you need that checkered flag. You need that flag like racing. You need to be like, boom, I made it halfway. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you need to set another checkpoint for Saturday. You need to focus on the workouts that you're gonna do. I'm gonna do yoga twice this week. I'm gonna do resistance training 4 times this week, and hit those every day. Because if you're doing that, now forget your goal. Forget whether your goal is to build muscle. I mean, obviously you're trying to build muscle and develop muscle. Forget if your goal is to lose like weight overall. Forget if your goal is to build size overall. You're hitting those goals inevitably if you're training 5 days a week, let's say resistance training, 2 or 3 days a week yoga, and eating your caloric total with your proper protein. You're hitting your goal. You're hitting your daily actions, right? You're hitting your daily systems. You're completing your system. And then at the end of that period, you're going to have that result. If you're eating caloric excess and you're training hard and you're getting those details done, those systems in place, that's why I talk about expectations. Having expectations can be dangerous. But executing by just going to the gym. Like today, I'm gonna make it to the gym. Am I gonna have the best workout I've ever had in my entire life? I don't know. I don't plan on it. I don't plan on having the best. I'm not putting pressure on myself to have the best workout in the world. I'm not putting pressure on myself like, okay, let's say I'm doing squats today. I'm not putting pressure on myself to squat a max. I'm not trying to go set a fucking PR today. Why? What the fuck does that have to do with anything relating to my goals? Whether or not I squat, instead of 400 pounds, I squatted 405. I don't know why I turned to Sean Connery. It's like, Indiana, did you max out today? No, Dad. It's not Indiana Jones. Elsa. No. All right, well, not bad. I've been watching some Indiana Jones lately. But the Holy Grail is the system. The Holy Grail is the system. The Holy Grail is the path. That's what it is. It's the path. It's the methodology that you use to get a result. It's the methodology that you use to complete every day. And if your systems are not in place, if you're not preparing your meals, if you're not eating the right foods, if you're not training properly today, who cares about your fucking goals? Like, you're going to blur your thought and blur your vision with goals. You're going to get blurred over by like, oh, I want to lose 2 pounds this week. And you lose track of focusing on the most important shit. Don't worry about the weight loss. You can, at the same time, doesn't mean you can't track it. Doesn't mean you can't weigh yourself once a week or once every 2 weeks. But you have to do Monday right. You have to do Tuesday. You have to do Wednesday before you even fucking care about the number that you lost. Because bottom line, if you're not doing the daily, you're not going to get the number. And if you're not getting the number, you're going to quit. But if you're not doing the daily, you're not going to have anything. Like, no matter what that number is, you have to do the daily. So whether that number is 1 pound of weight loss, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 100 pounds, long-term, short-term, whatever the fucking goal is, you understand? Whatever the goal is, it doesn't matter what the goal is. It doesn't matter. The systems have to get completed. The systems have to get done. You have to do the daily. You have to execute. That's it. That's it. So you realize it doesn't matter what the end point is. It doesn't matter what the target is. Doesn't matter if it's 2 pounds of weight loss or 100. What are you doing every day? Are you losing sight of what you're supposed to be doing today and tomorrow because you're thinking about what you want to have or what you hope you will have? Well, I can tell you one thing. You're going to fucking have absolutely dick if you don't focus on today. If you don't do the systems, you're not going to have whatever the hell the goal is. So you could have a target in mind. You can set that, but don't put a lot of stock into it. Don't like hold, a sticker and be like, what's your goal? I want to lose 100 pounds. No, your goal is to get to the gym, execute your workout, eat properly, get sleep, drink your gallon of water, whatever, your targets, and do that today, and do that tomorrow, and do that Wednesday, and do that Thursday, do that Friday, do that Saturday, and do that Sunday. Every single day, the only thing you have control over is what you do that day. When you're sitting here today on Monday, you have a choice to grab that donut at work. You have a choice to get fast food on the way home. You have a choice to drink that soda. And if you make those choices to do that, you have to ask yourself if you really give a shit. Do you really want it? Because you don't act like it. And don't act like those little things don't make a difference. They make a huge difference. Eating that bullshit right now today might seem like, oh, it's just one meal. It's my cheat meal for the week. It sets a really bad pattern. It's like giving a dog a treat for no fucking reason. It's like giving a dog a treat for no reason. You're going to teach them the wrong things. And you're a dog. You're an animal. And the only difference is you have a choice on whether to treat yourself, whether you deserve it or not. So whether you want to get yourself on a system like that, but you have to learn that you don't get a treat. You don't get a treat if you don't fucking get the work done. Do your tricks. Beg. Paw. Roll the fuck over and do your damn work. Do your damn job. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 430 of the Daily Mother Sleazy. Every day at 12 noon Eastern time. Make sure you like and share this broadcast. You can catch all the previous episodes on YouTube, also in the timeline here on Facebook, but also the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. Catch all the episodes there. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Probably going to do a little bit of a brief recap on IG right now for those of you that might have missed part of it. But catch this episode. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Instagram stories for behind the scenes and daily nukes. That coffee, need some more coffee to wash that down. Remember, my premium group, we got the accountability meeting at 1 p.m. So about 30, 40 minutes, I'll see you all live in premium for some awesome Boss Hog content. Love you all. Peace, McGeese, deuce, Magoose. I'll catch you on the flip for episode 431 tomorrow. Later.